Hello again. I hope that you enjoyed working with your geometric multiplication. Selena and I have another work to share with you. So if you've practiced doing it with your single digit facts or even a double digit, then you are ready for something new. This is just a little slight tweak or slight variation on what you've already done, but I want to show you something you can do with this. So again, I'm using pen because I want you to be able to see the work that I'm doing. But when you're doing it, I want to make sure that you're using pencils, colored pencils, or some sort of erasable or correctable writing utensil, because if you make a mistake, you want to be able to fix it. So I'm going to title my page. I'm going to title my page More Fun with Geometric Multiplication. And I'm actually going to put geometric X. That's how you'll see it on your priority list, geometric X. And X stands for multiplication. It looks like we're still having some connectivity issues, so we'll wait till the computer catches up with us. More fun with geometric multiplication. Okay, Selena, the problem that I want to do with you today is 4,287. 4,287, and we're going to multiply that 52 times. 4,287 times 52. Now, when we are working with creating our grid, remember we start over here, and we don't start at the top because you'll run out of space. So I'm going to put my little dot right here. That's where I'm going to start. Okay, so in our multiplicand, what's the unit of our multiplicand? 7. I'm going to do it in pen, my border this time. So we're going to move over 7 units. Remember, 1 unit for every, 1 square for every unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to write down below 7. We have 7 units. Now, in our tens place, sorry, you can't really see that. In our tens place, we have, what do we have, Selena? 8. 8. So now I'm going to move over 8. This is in our tens place. So these are 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And instead of labeling it with an 8, I'm going to label it with 80 because it's not 8, it's 80. So this time we're going to label it 80. And then in our hundreds place, what do we have? 2. 2, so I'm going to move over 1, 2, and I'm going to label that not just 2 because it's 100, so it's 2 hundreds. And then how many units do we have? Or not units, I'm sorry, thousands do we have? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 thousands. I'm wondering if we can get the screen a little bit closer. Can you move that box? Let's see if this will work. I think you might be, oh, look at that. You can see so much better now. We'll move Selena up here so you can see her working along with me. Okay, so there we go. Now you can see. I wish I would have noticed that earlier. Yeah, but you're seeing the secrets behind the magic here now. Now we've got all of the computer screens. Let's see if we can fix that. Not really. It's okay. So what we've got going on here is we have 2 computers, one above and one below. Haha, that's funny, above and below. I should point this so you can see my finger both ways. So what you're seeing is you're seeing a repeat of the camera up there. That looks so weird. Yeah, I don't know if I can, how to get rid of it. There we go. Got rid of it so it's not so distracting. Okay, so more fun with geometric multiplication. Here you see the line I've drawn with my 7 units, my 80. We're just waiting for it to catch up again. 200s and 4,000s. Now we've got our X line drawn, or our multiplicand line drawn along the bottom here. Now we've got to draw our multiplier line along the side. And so we've got 2 units with our multiplier. So 1, 2, and we're going to label that as 2. Those are units, 2 units. And then we have 5 in our tens place, so we're going to move up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those are tens, so it's 50. Okay, now instead of using the marker, I'm just going to use pen, just like I would want you to, and then we'll color it in. So I have my 7 units times 2 units. So I'm going to go up 2, 1, 2, and then connect across. And then this area here, I'm going to, instead of, I'm going to write the equation in there just like I did before. And so these are both units. So it's 7 times 2 equals 14. 14. If you didn't know your 7 facts, you could always count them up. Okay, and that is a unit. I'm going to borrow her colored pencil, and I'm going to color that one in. And I'm going to take my time here and make it nice, because this work is very beautiful. Okay, so I have 7 times 2 equals 14, and I had those are 14 units. Now we have our 80 times 2, so we're going to come up 2, 1, 2, and then connect across. Now we'll do this equation. This equation is 80 times 2. 80 times 2, we can think about that just as 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. And remember, when we multiply by a 10, we just add the magic 0. So it's 8 times 2 is 16, and we add our magic 0 in, 160. Again, that's a 10, 160, 80 times 2. Those are my 10s, so they'll be blue. Okay, now we're moving on to our hundreds. We have 200 times 2. Bring up our line to 2 and come across. We have 200 times 2. Now we can ignore the zeros and do 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And we're multiplying by 100. So we have 2 magic zeros. So we have a 4 and 2 zeros gives us 400. More pencils. And we're coloring those red because that's our hundreds place. Okay, now we're moving on here to the 4,000. 4,000 times 2. We'll move up 2 and fill that in. 4,000 times 2. Now we can do our math. 4 times 2 is 8. And when we're multiplying by 1,000, 1,000 has 3 zeros. So an 8 plus 1, 2, 3 zeros. 8,000. And these are thousands, so we're using our green pen. It'll catch up to us. I have faith. There we go. Okay, now we've got our first row complete, and we'll move to our second row. We have 7 in our units times 5 in our tens, so we'll come up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and across. The math equation for this square is 7 units times 50. Okay, so 7 times 50, we could ignore the 0 for now. 7 times 5. We can count by 5s if we need to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And this was a 10. 50 was a 10, so we added 0. 350, and we're in the tens place, so we'll use a blue.
I was trying to count by 7.
Oh, let's count by 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28. 35. See, everyone needs to practice their facts, even almost high schoolers. Okay, there's our tens of our multiplier. Okay, now we're moving up here to our tens times our tens. 80 times 50. 80, go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And connect it. Oh, Selena didn't give herself enough space. You can see that, maybe. You can see that she's, whoa, where is the camera? The camera's not here right now. Okay, you can see that where she was drawing her grid, it's going to come up. Maybe you'll see it. It's going to come up there and it's going to cover up her equation. So she's going to color over her equation and then she'll move it when she's all done. Okay, here we have our 200 and we're taking it by 50, 250 times. That's a lot. So we're going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hold on. We didn't do the math over it. We got so distracted by your paper. Okay, sorry, equation. 80 times 50. Okay, 8 times 5.
40.
40. I hope at home you beat her with that one. 40. So I'm going to write my 40. And because we multiplied by 2 10s, we have 2 zeros to add. So it's 40 with 2 more zeros, ends up in 4,000. 200, oh no, 80 taken 50 times, 80 times 50 equals 4,000. And because that's a 10 times a 10, it's 1,000. So we use a green pen or pencil. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. She's right. We're in the hundreds. 10 times 10 is 100. It was 40 hundreds that we had. 40 hundreds is 1,000, but it should be red because it's hundreds. This is why I keep kids around, to keep me in line, because if they don't, I'll say all sorts of crazy things. I like geometric multiplication because, like I said, it's artistic and beautiful. And it's kind of fun to get to do a little bit of drawing while you're doing your math. That's also why I always encourage you to make your math journals beautiful when you do your area follow-up or your polygons and you're drawing them in your journals to make them beautiful. Okay, 80 times 50 equals 40, 100, 4,000. All right, now because my brain was already over here in the 200 times the 50, 200s times a 50 gives us 1,000. So this square is going to be green. That's where my brain was going. All right, so 200s, and we have to count up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and connect the box. 200 times 50. 200 taken 50 times. I'm turning my paper so I can write it. 200 times 50. What is 2 times 5?
10.
2 times 5 is 10.
I'm gonna need.
And then we have lots of zeros. We have, where's the camera? It's here somewhere. We have 2 zeros in the 200, and we have 1 zero in the 50. 2 zeros in the 200 and 1 zero in the 50. So we have 10 plus 1, 2, 3 more zeros. 10, 1, 2, 3 gives us 10,000.
A big number.
10,000 is a big number. It's not blue. It's a 10,000, but it's not blue. It's 10 thousands. It's green. It almost tricked me. Imagine if I had been using marker. We would have just had a terrible looking geometric multiplication. Okay.
It looks really bad.
There's my 10,000. Okay, now we have just one category left. We have our thousands times our 10. The camera will catch up, I promise. We have 4,000 taken 50 times. We're going to come up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and connect the box. I will write the equation while it's catching up to me. 4,000 times 50. 4,000 times 50. Okay, 4 times 5.
20.
20. And there are 3 zeros in 4,000. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3. And there's one more in our 50. So when I write that number out, I have 20 and 4 zeros. We have 200,000. 200,000 is a really big number, but they're not 100,000s yet. They're 20 10,000s. 20 10,000s equals 200,000. These numbers, these big numbers are lots of fun to work with, but a little like tongue twisters. 20 10,000 equals 200,000. I drew my equation really white, so there's not much blue. Okay, there it is. There's my, whoa. It's hard because now that you're so close. There we go. There's all of the work for you to see. All right, now we're gonna do just like we did last time, and we're gonna line up all of our numbers and we're gonna add them together. We'll start with our largest category right here, 200,000, 200,000. And now we're gonna look to our thousands. We've got 10,000. And we also have this 1,000, which was 8,000. And then we can go to our hundreds. Whoa, look at this 100 up here, Selena. This is 40 hundreds. What is 40 hundreds equal to?
4,000.
4,000. 40 hundreds equals 4,000. And what do we have down here in this 100?
400.
400. 200 times 2 was 400. Now we're going to go up here to our tens. Oh, it's, yep, right here. 7 times 50 was 350. Now to this 10. 80 times 2 gave us 160. And then our units. 7 times 2. 7 times 2 equals 14. And then all we have to do is add them together. So in our units, the camera's behind again. Okay, it looks like we're here, except I'm not here now, but you can see the other screen. So I'm just gonna keep on going. Oh, that's because I didn't turn my video back on. There we are. Okay, sorry, technical difficulties. All right, we're adding these up. Now we're gonna look in our unit column. We have 4 in the units. And then we'll look through our 10 column. The computer is behind again. Sorry guys, this technology thing is just a little bit challenging.
Definitely.
Okay, welcome back everyone. We are hopefully back and ready to go. And we have our 4 in our units. Now we're gonna look at our tens. We have a 5 plus 6. 5 plus 6?
11.
11 plus 1 more.
12.
12. Adding 1 is always the hardest. Carry our 1 up here. We've got 1 plus 4.
5.
Plus 3.
8.
Plus 1.
9.
We got it, 9. All right, and then we're gonna look to our thousands. We've got 8 and 4. That's 8 plus 4.
12.
12. Carry the 1 up to the top. We have 1 plus 1.
2.
And 2 plus 0. 2.
It didn't change.
I know, I was teasing you. Okay, now I feel like maybe this video is going to be full of outtakes that will be fun to look at later, but for right now, it's really frustrating. Okay, so let's continue. We've added up all of our columns, and the answer to this question, 4,287 taken 52 times equals 222,924. I'm just gonna rewrite it up here at the top. So we can see that 4,287 times 52 is 222,924. I hope that you enjoyed this second look at geometric multiplication, more fun with geometric multiplication. I have one more geometric multiplication lesson for you that I will share with the next video. And I can't wait to see your follow-up with this. So if you haven't yet followed up from the previous lesson, you can go ahead and start with this where you're using the whole number instead of using just the value. You can use 80 times 2 or 80 times 50 to do your work instead of 8 times 5. This way you're getting to see those magic zeros there that we end up putting back in at the end. So I hope that you enjoyed more fun with geometric multiplication, and I hope you tune in next time for even more fun with geometric multiplication. Bye-bye.